ball tails away, and it's that off-speed pitch grounded down the line. Scooped up by Lujan. He throws, makes the play, fires over first, and they're able to get him, and he's strike him out, throw him out. 2 down, 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
What a move! Ariano on the inside for Terranova. This one's going to be tight. Wong going to try to touch it at the wire, and I believe she got it. There's Gibbs for 3. Beats the shot. Wong. Oh, Jeremy.
Hana in motion, and he's blocking for Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets past the line of scrimmage, and now he's got room to go. Now he's doing good.
Millbrae Community Television.
Well, hello and welcome to Mills High School in Millbrae, California. My name is Andy Pittman. I'm here with the great Harry Hui for an exciting PAL South basketball matchup. This one has some implications for the playoffs.
Absolutely. Hi, this is Harry Huey, and welcome. And I'm happy you are able to join us. This is going to be one of the exciting matches, and it's built up to be just that. We have Mills versus Capuchino. This is the last game of the season, and this is Mills Quad Senior Night. This game has many multiple meanings. Basically, coming into tonight's play, Mills and Capuchino are both tied for 7-4 record, which means they are tied for 3rd place and 4th place. So the winner definitely will have an advantage going in at 8-4, and the loser will have to possibly sit out in the playoff. At the same time, though, we also have to wait and see what the other schools are doing. But any case, very exciting match. Happy to be here. And
beyond the playoff implications, Harry, this game also has some local bragging rights attached to it. We're talking about 2 rivals. They're geographically very close to each other. And in fact, you know, the players know each other well. They've already played once this season. And so it means more than just the playoffs. It's also a win that they can stick in their pockets against a local rival.
That is correct. Now, Mills, earlier season, on January 23rd, Mills came up with a winner at Capuchino, and that was a very close game played. Both these teams definitely have a little different way of their offense-defense, but Capuchino is nothing short of firepower. In fact, they are the highest scoring team in this league, averaging almost 51 points. Mills, on the other hand, about 41 points. The difference being Mills focused a little more on defense, and that's how he got into the record that they have now leading up to tonight's matchup. Mills is coming off a 3-game winning streak, and they're playing pretty good ball. They are 7-2 in the last 9 games. Capuchino is nothing short of perfection either. They're coming off the last 9 games. They have a 6-3 record. And this is beginning to be a really good showdown just on the paper.
That's right. You mentioned some of the previous games that they've played, and in fact, at their last matchup on the 23rd of January, Mills was victorious at 38-33. And now we're actually getting ready for a little bit of a ceremony here at Mills. This is the last PAL game of the season for both of these teams prior to the PAL tournament, which actually will start next Wednesday, I believe, is the first date of games. And actually, you'll be able to see the semifinals and the finals right here on MCTV live next weekend. That's going to be Friday and Saturday. So now we prepare for a ceremony recognizing the seniors for the home team Vikings.
And let's just enjoy the senior night. There are 3 seniors on the Mills.
That's right. Those seniors for Mills are Stephanie Marr.
And
check through here.
Stephanie Marr, captain, shooting guard, and she averages a pretty good percentage on shooting the threes. The second senior is Kristen Lee, also a guard specializing on defense. And then we have last Monica Lee, also a senior guard. although she doesn't get a lot of playing time, but she has very good work ethics.
That's right, and two of those seniors are the captains for the Vikings here, with the other captain being Aubrey Bussinger, who is just a sophomore. So the traditional ceremony here involves the players and the parents of the players. So that's what we have gathered out here today. You have members of the JV team that are out here to say farewell, even though there are still some games remaining possibly for the Vikings.
That is correct.
And for the Capuchino Mustangs, possibly.
I see both teams playoff bound, but definitely the winner would have an edge. The winner would basically guarantee a playoff spot. So it's really win and playoff. Lose, you have to hope that the other schools like Aragon and Carmont with the similar record, even Burlingame, all three are still having a chance. Let's enjoy these ceremonies.
So you are watching right now as the seniors are honored, and this is the last one to be honored, Stephanie Marr, who is a starter for the Vikings and has had a great season. Point guard there for the Vikings, and you can see them with their parents and Coach Matsu there, Dave Matsu in the black. And my co-commentator who has stepped away for a second, Mr. Harry Hui, is also out there. He's the JV girls coach for the Vikings. And now recognizing also the Capuchino seniors. Though they've had their ceremony already, as this is the last game of the season, at their last home game, they recognized their seniors as well. So, with that done, we'll prepare ourselves for some player introductions. In just a minute, we'll get our starting lineups. As Harry mentioned earlier, this game does have some dramatic playoff implications with 4 teams in the PAL South vying for that final 2 playoff spots. And there you see the seniors and the team, the rest of the team also posing for a picture. Nice scene here for a lot of these players. Unless they go on to play in college, this will be their last competitive school-based basketball game. So now we have our starting lineups introduced here for Capuchino. Introducing Coach Mike Dozier. His team has put together a 12-10 record and 7-4 in league. Introducing Kanani Marafuentes, senior shooting guard. Now we have Jordan Ramirez, point guard, sophomore at 5'6". Sophomore Annie Uikilifi, shooting forward at 5'8". We saw her last year in our game here. And finally, Brianna Deckman. Actually, check that. One more player here. Brianna Deckman, the senior shooting guard. And finally, we have Xenia Collins, who is also a senior center at 5'11". Now for your Vikings.
number 34, Julia Gibbs. That's a junior playing center.
So Harry, let's just run down quickly again who those 5 starters are for the Vikings.
Okay, we have starting guard Stephanie Marr. We have shooting guard Lauren Scheck. We have Julia Gibbs at center. We have Albie Bussinger at forward. Then we have a point guard, Risa Sabato.
So with the starting lineups introduced now, we've got a little bit of time prior to the game starting. The schedule's a little bit thrown off here today with the senior ceremony. But as we mentioned, this game has some pretty important playoff implications for both teams. And the playoffs are about to start next week on Wednesday, as I mentioned.
That is correct. So we are looking at the importance. Both teams have to kind of feel each other out. I do know that Mills is a strong rebounding team. They're looking to low post, do a lot of sort of the 3 and 4 in the paint, whereas Capuchino is more of a run and gun style 3-point shooting team. It should be very, very exciting.
So we see a shot of Coach Matsu there, and there's coach for Capuchino, Michael Dozier. And we get ready for tip-off here. And the game is underway with Sabato controlling the tip from Gibbs. Long pass to Stephanie Marr. She can't handle it. Turnover.
That's unfortunate. I think turnover is going to play a key role in this matchup.
So bringing it into the front court for the Mustangs is number 2, Kanani Marafuentes. The team's top scorer is Brianna Deckman. Her sister Brittany is on the team, but she's not playing this evening due to an injury.
And that's very unfortunate. I had a chance to ask the coach. She was injured playing another sport. So it's just, she's not happy, of course, and coach is very disappointed.
The shot by Scheck is no good. And driving was Marafuentes, but the Mustangs can't get it to go, and here come the Vikings.
Both teams are running, which is a great strategy here. There's no slowing down. Both teams are running. In fact, last time Capuchino looking to drive in, missed the shot, unfortunately. Mills is trying to do the same. Transition and run. And I know during practice, Coach Masu said, we're going to run tonight. We're going to run with them.
And we were here for last year's matchup between these two teams at Mills. And it was a much different story last year for the Mustangs. In fact, Mills at one point during their matchup led by 24 points here at Mills High School. And Madison Sui was a big factor in that game. She played the whole game as well.
That is correct. Now, players have changed. Last year's team was a lot deeper. This year's Mills team's very young. There's only one senior captain starting on the Mills squad.
Shot there by Deckman, no good. Rebound by Collins. She can't get it to go. And she's hammered inside by Gibbs. The Vikings are surrounding Collins. And finally Mark comes up with it, but she loses it. Deckman scores.
Well, here's a case in point that Mills had very sloppy on defensive boards there. There was at least 3 or 4 offensive rebounds for Cap. So that's something I think Mills got to look at, playing a little better defense.
Bussinger with a shot. She gets it to go. So Mills gets their first points of the game, scores 4-2 with just over 2 minutes underway.
And that's perfectly played. I mean, they wanted to go in the paint, and we got a nice score on the other end.
Sabato controlling, she finds Gibbs. Now Scheck on the perimeter. Cross court to Marr for a 3-point shot, no good. And the rebound to Marafuentes. And she's got a head of steam. But Sabato was there.
That's great defense. Realizing that this is a Capuchino team that they're going to just run, get the ball and just run and crash. So you set up strong, you're going to get some charges.
And that took some guts from Sabato there. She knew she was going to take a shot, but stood her ground.
But she's been taking those shots all year. So as a small player, she's not afraid.
And speaking of Sabato, she puts a three-pointer up, no good. Rebound picked up by Bussinger. And then Gibbs inside, can't get the layup to go. Mira Fuentes on the break again.
There again, Cap looking to drive.
That was Uike Leafy taking the foul. And this is going to be on Bussinger, her first foul of the evening.
Now, it's very important that Mills play really good defense and not commit turnovers. And then on defense, very important not to pick up fouls, because knowing that this is a Capuchino team that's going to run into you. So both teams are off to a pretty quick start. It's just run on both sides.
That's right. We see Coach Dozier talking to his team, probably encouraging them a little bit. They've had a good start here. And on the other side, Coach Matsu taking that timeout maybe to slow things down a little bit, get Mills back in their game. Right now, Capuchino is controlling the tempo. Mills with plenty of shots. Matter of fact, we have several shots from Mills.
Unlike Mills, they're coming up early and taking these three-pointers early. And that's unlike Mills. I know the game plan was to put it into the paint and score down low.
And now we see the ball out of bounds to the Vikings.
Well, the Mustangs aren't doing anything different than Mills, and they're lobbing the ball in to the big girl.
So we already have 10 shots for the Mustangs, only 3 for 10. A frenetic pace here, under 4 minutes, they've already put up 10 shots. And there's Gibbs with the putback. Good job, nice communication between her and Sheck.
Early on, they're playing pretty well. I mean, Mills put up 8 shots, making about 2. So you have both teams not shooting very well and percentage-wise, but yet still looking to score in the paint.
Collins with the drive. She was fouled there. Sabato took a shot. She's already gotten a lot of the action.
And I like the style the Mustangs playing right into the Mills defense. Probably they were instructed to just drive, get on the free throw line, and just relax, slow the pace down a little bit, and just run with Mills on the short half court game.
They've got speed in their backcourt. They've got speed in the front court. And then the anchor of all of it is Xenia Collins inside, who is going to be a rebounding force in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
And she's actually averaging, for the year, 8.7 rebounds a game. And also, she's got 3.0 blocks per game. So, defensively, she's providing a spark for the Mustangs. But there you go. There's Gibbs with yet another basket. She's getting fired up, and the game is tied at 6-6. Mira Fuentes thought about it. Deckman did it. Couldn't hit iron.
Well, at this point, it looks like Capuchino kind of went away from their game. Seeing the other team scored, it came back and just shot a 3. Usually they're a little more patient. Great offensive rebound by Risa Sabato.
Acrobatic shot there. Collins couldn't hold on to it, and she commits the foul on Bussinger. We mentioned Collins as a rebounder. Bussinger, in fact, has been averaging over 12 rebounds per game. Actually, I checked that, 10.5 rebounds per game. She's averaging over 12.7 points per game. So a double-double average there. You can tell where a lot of the offense and the defense for Mills comes. And a block there by Sabato.
An excellent play.
That was on Jordan Ramirez. Deckman goes for the steal. Doesn't get it. And now Morrow inbound.
Again, Mills looking, passing.
And Bussinger steps back. That's a two-pointer. She was on the line there.
Shooting with confidence.
And the Mills defense has been tight. Into the game now for the Vikings and committing the foul. We have number 50, Ilalio. And now Coach Matsu wants to have a word with her quickly.
It's getting a little physical down low, and both teams are really trying to throw it into the bigs.
On the Mustangs side, their leading scorer is Deckman, averaging almost 13 points per game.
And then on the Mill side, Aubrey Bussinger averaging just about the same, 12.7 games. So we're looking at two of the premier shooters in our PAL South.
Ilalio couldn't get that bucket to go on the other end, and now the Mustangs have come back around. And that shot there, barely getting ironed. That one was from Jordan Ramirez.
I think it's a little bit tired legs at that point. That's usually we don't see that. A couple of air balls so early in the first quarter.
A little bit of an uneven start. There's Ilalio. She touched that ball about 3 times. Couldn't get her hands on it. Now Deckman. And that's Ramirez over everything. Bussinger with the rebound. And she's got the break going with Ilalio. They've got numbers. It's a 2-on-1. Bussinger goes all the way. Count it.
Such a pretty move. Knew that there was a defender. A little half pump. Here comes the running Vikings again.
Bussinger, shot no good. And now we're having some buzzer issues, it sounds like.
Some substitutions. For Mills coming in, senior, number 21, Kristen Lee, has just entered.
And for the Mustangs, now we see number 34, Bella Lemalu, sophomore shooting forward, and also Valentina Crisco.
Also coming in for Mills, number 4, Zelly Shornack, forward.
Bussinger there had a clear path to the basket, but couldn't get it to fall. Now we see Crisco.
That was great hustle, Kristen Lee, number 21. Realizing she got beat, she turned, tried to look for the ball, and was able to create a steal.
So with 24 seconds left to go in the first period, we have a 10-6 score here. It's been uneven. We've seen lots of running. We've seen lots of rebounding and lots of shots. And there's another one there from Bussinger.
Oh, she's feeling it. You know, she's feeling it both sides of the court.
Shot by Mira Fuentes. Three-pointer, no good as time expires.
What a first quarter. What we witnessed was that both teams wanted to come out and run successfully. The first couple of minutes, both sides have very good runs. And at the same time, Capuchino started throwing the ball down low. They got a couple of good shots. Mills did the same. Then halfway through the quarter, what I've seen is some differences. Cap came out sort of flat, a couple of 3 air balls. That's unlike them. And meantime, Mills Vikings, they're feeling it. They're feeling the shots. They came back strong. Overall, for the first quarter, for the Vikings, they were 6 of 18, 33% shooting.
And on the Mustangs side, they've put up 18 shots, only made 3 so far, 17%.
A lot of those have become on second chance attempts off of rebounds.
They've actually gotten 11 rebounds already in this first period. So lots of opportunities there, second chance opportunities. They just haven't gotten them to fall.
Rebounding over the Mills side, they also have 11, so rebounding stats are equal. What about the play in the paint? The Mustangs attempted 8. They made 4 of 8 inside the paint. Mills 3 of 10. So it's turning out to be quite even scoring, rebounding. It's just a matter of making the shots and missing the shots.
As we resume the second period here. And Mirafuentes picking up where we sort of left off with a three-pointer.
And she's a little back rim. I mean, it's a good look. I would probably say that was a good shot. I mean, she was open.
And pass there from Gibbs, intercepted by number 34, Bella Lamalu. And she gets the rebound and the basket. So a nice sequence there for Lamalu.
Good sequence for Mustangs, but Mills did not box out properly. They had three people on the paint, just weren't able. There's another turnover.
A very aggressive play by Deckman. She's all alone for the lay-in. And right there, you can see just how quickly things have turned. Our 6-point lead is now a 2-point lead.
Absolutely. All it takes is a couple of turnovers. Just 2 in a row. That's uncanny for Mills, so they got to really be careful here. Mustang could run up the score in a hurry if this continues.
And that was Jornak putting a shot up, getting the rebound, and now fouled on the rebound. And that foul's called on Lamalu. I'd like to mention our officials for tonight's game. Our referee, Barry O'Driscoll. Umpire Melanie Iwamasa with that call there. And our other umpire, Steve Madu. Shot by Gibbs, no good. Rebound by Collins. Called a jump ball. Possession to the Vikings.
Way to fight. That was Lauren Scheck fighting. I know the player's outside her, but quick to the ball, quick hands.
Shot there by Marr, and that's good. Three-pointer. Mirafuentes tried the layup, couldn't get it to go. Collins attempted the rebound, but the Vikings control, and now back on the other side of the court. And that was Scheck with the ball. She lost it, so the Mustangs will bring it back the other way. Lots of back and forth here.
That's right. On Stephanie Marr's 3, that's her specialty on this team. I had a chance to talk to her earlier today, and she said, I'll make the best of my shots. She is actually third on the Mills team with 14 threes made and very good shooting percentage. She's 58, it makes her 22% shooting the threes.
That was Bussinger, fouled by Crisco. And now we have a substitution for the Mustangs. Coming in for Xenia Collins, we have Mercedes Holcomb, number 40. She's a senior power forward center. Pass there got away from Gibbs, picked up by Jornak. And now Sabato going through traffic, can't get it to go. Holcomb attempted the rebound, Bussinger got it and put the shot up.
Way to fight with the boards. So again, we have shooting on both sides, and we also have the 2 of the top rebounders. And Aubrey does quite a bit down low, although she's not playing as a center, but she is the rebounding champion of this Mills team. So far in this game, Aubrey's got 6 rebounds.
And there she goes with another basket.
And it doesn't hurt that she can score as well.
So now the Mustangs
Deckman's pass picked off
by Stephanie Marr. She finds Sabato there underneath the basket. Can't get it to go. Looked like there might have been contact. But the steal there by Sheck.
Great effort. Never giving up on the ball. Trapping in the backcourt. Came up with a steal. Unfortunately, couldn't make that shot. But still, really good efforts. Cap slowing the pace a little bit.
Coming up with the rebound is Bussinger, and she's got
Sheck all the way at the front court. Can't get it to go. And those are the opportunities that could come back to haunt the Vikings.
Oh, that's right. The two good looks. And that's very, very unusual for an open missed layup.
So Coach Dozier wants to take a timeout and talk to his team. They're down by 7 now with just about halfway through the second period. Already with the Vikings.
Let's see. Over on the Mills side, leading scorer so far. Aubrey Bussinger with 10. Julia Gibbs with 4. And Stephanie Marr with 3.
On the Capuchino side, top scorers are Brianna Deckman with 6 points. And the other 4 points rather, coming from Jordan Ramirez and Bella Lamalu. And once again, we're having some buzzer questions here. This beautiful new gym here.
Yeah, it's either that the referee says, let's get this game rolling in a hurry. Let's continue this pace.
It has been a fast-paced game. Although we may see it slow down a little bit now with the Vikings in the bonus. Already 6 fouls, and that pass was offline to Deckman. She did what she could to control it and bring it back in, but there was Mills player there. And Sabato taking it to the hoop. Once again, physical contact, seems to have no fear.
That was by design. Coach Matsu knew that you inform the players, look, the Mustangs have 16 fouls. Just drive strong to the hoop, but let's pick up the 17 foul on their end so we get to shoot free throws for the rest of the second quarter.
Certainly doesn't hurt. Going to the line, getting an opportunity to put a couple points on the board without running any time off the clock.
And get a little breather at the same time.
Exactly. Been a fast-paced game. Lots of back and forth. So Riza converts the second to make the score 19-10.
Very interesting now. The Mustangs really need to score here. They've been in a little mini drought.
And now in the game we see for the Vikings, number 3, one of the seniors.
And that's...
The refs are converging to see what's the proper call. It should be a one-on-one situation for Mills.
So we have number 3 for the Vikings, and she's a senior also. That's Lee.
That's Monica Lee, and also had a chance to talk to her a little bit about what Mills High School basketball has meant for her. And hopefully a little bit later in this broadcast, I'll be able to share some of the things from the 2 graduating seniors with you.
So the Vikings have opened up an 11-point lead.
This is crucial time. They haven't scored in at least a good 4 or 5 minutes.
Wiki Leafy with the drive, and that's going to be Sabato with the foul.
What I'm seeing the difference now with the Mustangs is that they're a little bit out of their game. They're not passing as quick as the first quarter. They're not running with some authority. Seems to be quite a few turnovers and bad shots. Another turnover.
Gibbs picks it up, and now Marr looking to bring it up court.
And Lee inside to Bussinger, and she's fouled. And that foul looks like it might go on Uikilifi.
Here's a good chance to share with you. I had a chance to ask Monica Lee, number 3, what is her role on the team. She's the team captain. She plays guard. I asked her why is the team successful, and her response was that the defense. They focus so much on defense, and it shows especially they win games when the shots are not falling. That they're not very high-power scoring team, not all the time, not like the Mustangs are, but she attributes this to just solid defense.
And she gets a breather. Coming back in is Sabato. And another reach-in foul there. 9 fouls in this half for the Mustangs. A wide open shot there from Sheck. No good.
Let's keep a close eye on this line play. It's going to be Julia. She's getting the ball.
Using her side against Uikilifi, but couldn't get it to go. And now the Mustangs on the break. There's Uikilifi. And Bussinger took a shot. Uikilifi takes a shot now. And we've got a bit of a scrum. Deckman going to pick it up, and that's a backcourt violation.
Great hustle on both teams, though. You know, there's a questionable call.
So it looks like this one might get reversed. Yeah, Deckman's made her case and was verified there by umpire Melanie Iwamasa. So
I think that was the right call. Both players went for the ball, and now there's some issues with the shot clock. While they're straightening that out, let me finish my third question to senior Monica Lee. I asked her what experiences has she learned through playing Mills basketball. And she said, I learned to have the will to work hard, learn how to make use of my opportunities when I get them. I learned to encourage others no matter how bad the score gets. Basketball has developed my character tremendously, and I'm grateful that while it did so much fun in basketball, I also met so many new friends.
that shot there doesn't fall and picked up by Marr. And there goes Bussinger with a nice shot. It's the right hand.
Well, that part, Mustangs were in a 2-3 zone, rotating, and Bussinger found a hole right in the paint. That's Mills' strategy as well.
Nice shot there by Deckman. And the pace of the game has picked up even a little bit. Now Marr had an open look, and that's going to be a walk from Gibbs. Shuffled her feet upon receiving that ball.
Correct. She thought about the shot, that she knew there was a lane, and she said, I think I should drive. And whenever you hesitate, there's always that chance of an extra half a step.
That's right. I mentioned last year's game. At one point, the Vikings were up in last year's game that we actually showed here on MCTV. They led by 24 points. So not quite there yet, and we expect this game to be quite competitive since there's much at stake.
Very much so. Unlike the last game played at Capuchino on January 23rd, that game, both teams are very, very close. Run and gun, hit and miss. This game, the Capuchinos appear to be just a little flat in the second quarter, but you never know. They're high power. They can come back in a hurry.
And there's Collins, and Gibbs again picks up a foul. Excuse me, I checked that. The foul's on Stephanie Marr. That's her first foul. The Vikings don't play a deep rotation, and that shot there from Jordan Ramirez brings the score to 25-14.
That's a much needed shot. They need to score, and they need.
Now Gibbs with a wide open look. Oh, and that ball hits the top of the backboard.
Oh, wait a second.
No, it looks like a foul called.
Looks like a Mustang foul on Ukelefi.
She looks at her coach, Mike Dozier, with a little bit of disbelief.
She's not very happy, but she has to compose herself. Last game, I recall, she played well. Unfortunately, picked up a lot of fouls, and as a result, you get to sit on a bench, and sometimes you want to play, and you just have to be a little cautious on not fouling.
Just a sophomore, already played varsity last year. We saw her at last year's game. She was impressive. So you can imagine another couple years, she'll be quite a force to deal with here in the PAL
There's a few more
South.
years, absolutely.
Collins inside, the rebound, off the miss. Again, Marr with the defense. She strips the ball out, but couldn't control it. Ukelefi will inbound. Now with just a minute remaining here in the first half, the Mustangs looking to get something going to take into the locker room.
They're rotating. There's the drive again. Oh, blocked.
That was Marafuentes trying to drive. And they're inside to Bussinger, and she's fouled. And that foul's on Marafuentes. Her second personal foul for the game. And now Mills
is in double bonus.
Double bonus, exactly. 10 fouls on the Mustangs. So instead of building momentum, the Mustangs are now facing a larger deficit as Bussinger can't get the second free throw to go. And here's Deckman with the ball. She finds Ramirez.
Oh, they're patient.
And Deckman, that shot's offline, too long. Ukelefi with the rebound.
Now patiently spreading the court, looking for the big right down there.
And Collins had the position, couldn't get the shot to fall. Marafuentes does.
Calmly put it down. That was a great offensive rebound sequence.
She's shown a lot of composure, the 5'4" senior, Marafuentes. And that shot by Marr couldn't fall.
Well, if you were at Mustangs, you couldn't, wish for a better ending. They missed a good shot, got the rebound, kicked it out. Marafuentes drains a three, and they're in it. Opposite end, Mills got the last shot. They knew they got 3 seconds. Stephanie Marr drove the lane, almost got it to go, no call. Great efforts, both teams.
At this time, we'd like to take a moment to say a special thank you to one of our underwriters, the City of Millbrae. The City of Millbrae has provided generous support for programs like this one for many years. The City of Millbrae, in fact, has a long-standing tradition of supporting public access programming on MCTV, and we look forward to a continued partnership with them. If you'd like to find out more about the City of Millbrae, check out the city website at www.ca.millbrae.ci.us. Thanks again to Millbrae, a place in the sun.
Here at halftime, it is Mills Vikings 26, Capuchino Mustangs 17.
That's right. We'll take a second here to run down some of the halftime stats. Actually, you know what? We'll come back in just a little bit. We've got the halftime festivities, pardon me, coming up right now. So with all the music playing, we'll just take a quick break, quick message from some of the folks that support our program, and we'll be back in a little while for the second half of action here at Mills High School in Millbrae, California.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Millbrae Community Television would like to thank the following. The City of Millbrae.
Hey, can you?
Millbrae, a city in the sun. The Millbrae Chamber of Commerce. The Magnolia of Millbrae. Alma Masola. Thanks again from Millbrae Community Television.
We're back for the second half of action here at Mills High School, this beautiful new gym here in Millbrae, California. We've had a great first half of action. Score is 26-17 with Mills on top of the Capuchino Mustangs. And I'm with Harry Hui. Harry, why don't you give us a little rundown on how the Mills Vikings did stat-wise for the first half?
Absolutely, great. No surprise. The scoring leader, Albie Bussinger, leads the team with 14 points. Julia Gibbs has 4 points. Risa Sabato with 4 points. Stephanie Marr with 3. The interesting stat here is rebounding. Aubrey again leads the team with 7. She does, so she's just perfect. Then we have Risa Sabato having 4 free throws attempts and makes 4, so 4 for 4. She has 4 points. So overall, field goal percentage, Mills is at 26%. Not a very good shooting night. However, the free throw percentage is pretty good, 58%, so 7 out of 12. Mills actually out-rebound Capuchino. Mills got 22. And finish off, Mills has 3 steals. And tell me about the Capuchino side.
Absolutely. So you see from the team perspective, the stats match up pretty closely with Capuchino shooting just 22%. They're at 8 for 36 on field goals. But their leading scorer is Brianna Deckman. She's 4 for 10, the senior. She's also added 2 rebounds and a steal. The scoring hasn't been spread around too far for the Mustangs. Mara Fuentes with 3 points. She's 1 for 8 from the field. 3 points coming on a three-pointer, obviously. Jordan Ramirez with 2 field goals on 7 attempts. She's got 4 points. And then Bella Lamalu with 2 points, 1 for 1 on shooting. So neither team shooting very well this first half, but still a very exciting game. Lots of action going back and forth.
Absolutely. In fact, some of these that don't turn up in our stats, fast break. I mean, both teams try to run. They're pretty even, though, that we didn't have too many fast break opportunities. So both teams have 2 points on fast breaks. How about the push to score in the paint? Mills 6 for 16, Capuchino 5 for 18. So that's pretty even there. Turnovers. Mills had 5 turnovers. Capuchino with 6, kind of even. 3-point, both teams making 1 out of 6. That's pretty even. Free throws is where Mills has a big advantage. 7 for 12 on the line. Capuchino 0 for 2 on the line.
And we get the second half started. Sabato finding Sheck for the open jumper. She can't get it to go. And a three-pointer by Mira Fuentes, short. Deckman picks up the rebound. She's hit hard. But up and running again are the Vikings.
That's right. Capuchino out the gate, scores the first basket.
And that's a double dribble.
And she knew it.
Yep, she did. You can see the smile on her face.
But they're having fun. You can tell. I mean, not worried about the coach. Oh, boy. I mean, she knew it. She said, I'm going to run. And that's the same strategy that Capuchino Mustangs have used all year. Just run. Transition, run and gun.
So Sabato, who's played a big role in today's game, added lots of energy.
Oh,
and now she's back on defense. Mira Fuentes with a nice layup with 2 Mills defenders right above her.
Well, you can see, just as I was saying, that the fast breaks were sort of even in the first half. Well, this is the second half. It's a different game. Mustangs ran every single time down. So let's see what Mills counters.
Gibbs inside. She takes a shot from Wikilifi.
Going back to the usual spread out the court, move the ball around and throw it in the low post.
Gibbs will go to the line.
I can see the advantage will go to the Mustangs if every possession they're just going to run. That's no secret. That's why they score an average of 51 points per game.
Gibbs has had a good game so far. She's been very active. She makes the second free throw. So looking outside to Ramirez, she can't get it to go. And Sheck with the rebound. Sabato, it's got Marr. And the pass was just not crisp enough. Ramirez picks it up. And she drives. Finds Gibbs and sidesteps. Realizes Bussinger's inside as well. And they pull it back out. Now Deckman.
Very patient here for Capuchino.
And that ball was tipped. Not sure what the call there was, but the Vikings maintain possession.
It looks like there was a little traveling and double dribble. Now look at the Mustangs, really in-your-face defense. They tighten it up. Their message is, Mills, we're not going to let you move freely. A little over-aggressive.
And that foul's on Marafuentes.
But you can see just the difference in energy. Mustangs came out running, and on D, they're really playing tight. But the refs will be calling it tight. This year's new rules, hand checking. One touch, that might be all right, but you do that again, the whistle blows.
And Marafuentes will sit. Coming in for her is number 24. That's Quintana, Jr. Pass ahead to Deckman. She can't get it to go.
Stephanie Marr running with the ball.
Shot goes up, battle underneath, Bussinger and Collins. Bussinger gets the ball, nice turnaround.
Pretty shot. Knowing the defense right behind her, so instead of trying to put it up on Collins, she said, I'm just going to take a spin around my right side and floats a three-footer in.
Great footwork there from Bussinger. Now Deckman again. She finds Ramirez, and she's fouled on the drive.
Ukalifi now gets a little breather.
So coming into the game for the Mustangs, they're going with a taller lineup. You've got Holcomb, you've got Collins. We've got a call. Didn't see what the call was on that one. But the Vikings rather will bring it up with an 8-point lead. And a little under 5 minutes to go in the period. Strong move there by Gibbs. Can't get the shot to go.
And here comes Mustangs. Oh, pretty steal.
Marr couldn't control it. Now we're seeing an interesting lineup from both of these teams. They've got some size inside with Gibbs and Elalio on the Vikings, and Collins and Holcomb for the Mustangs.
Right, Holcomb for Mustangs coming in, and Mills counters with Elalio.
And Sabato thought about a shot. Ramirez was there. Now there's a tussle on the floor. And they're going to call possession. I don't know if they're calling possession. That call didn't look right to me.
No, they call it Risa fell on the ball. She was out of bounds.
Tough break for the Vikings.
But this is going to be good. Both teams going to be aggressive. Both teams playing two bigs. We got two bigs too. So Capuchino and Mills just pound it out in the paint.
Pass inside to Collins. Almost broken up there by Marr. Ramirez controlled it, and she gets it to Deckman. Deckman's shot is short. She can't get the rebound, so the Vikings. And we've hit a little bit of a lull, it seems like, for the Mustangs. Actually, neither team really scoring much here in this third quarter.
Not yet. I mean, they're running a lot. Definitely a lot of energy.
And we're looking at the battle inside between Holcomb and Elalio. It's a good matchup. Deckman taking it to the hole. She's got another 2 points there.
Boy, that was Deckman so smooth. Drive right, crossover dribble, left hand layup.
She plays with such confidence. And foul there on the shot. That was Ramirez. And check that. Looks like they're going to call it on the floor. Gibbs tries to get it inside over Collins, and she's got the footwork.
Oh my goodness, I mean, Collins blocked her first attempt. She came right back and challenged her towards the right side turn.
Gibbs has surprising speed. She's got nice moves inside as well, so that one's off the shot clock. So we'll have a change of possession here for the Vikings.
I think Mustangs probably shot that a little too early. I can see Coach Dozier wasn't very happy, but there's some confusion here. Oh, it's a foul. And Coach Dozier is not happy about that.
Both coaches very animated here on the sidelines. Besides being an entertaining game, it's been rather entertaining to watch both coaches. Collins picks up the tough rebound. She throws it ahead. For the Mustangs, that was Michaela Solorzano getting her first playing time of the game.
And obviously there's some miscommunication. I mean, she looked her over to Mirafuentes and said, hey, you want the ball. And she passed it. Mirafuentes did not turn around. That's a unfortunate half-court turnover.
And she got some words of encouragement there from Deckman. You can really get the sense that Deckman is the leader on this team. Both with her skills, she is a very skilled player, but she just also has a certain amount of poise as a senior out there. And she's taking it to the hoop. Takes a shot.
Oh, boy.
She's down.
She ran right in the middle of Juliet Gibbs and Eulalia.
Tough play there. Right on cue was Deckman. She's still shaking off some cobwebs. Took quite a shot there. You can see also a very large knee brace there.
That's correct, and she's wrapped up on the right and she's fully wrapped up on the left. Physical game, I always encourage the players to buy those knee wraps. You just never know. Encouraging to see if you wear one, chances are you will die for those loose balls.
And the worst thing that can happen is you get injured and the rest of your life you're saddled with an injury that bothers you.
And that is correct.
So very important for high school players in particular to take the necessary precautions to avoid injury. Fortunately, we've had a really pretty much clean game so far. Of course, here comes Deckman again after the steal. Mirafuentes, she can't get it to go. There's Deckman with her size. She throws it up. And Bussinger.
What a rebound by Bussinger in the middle of two. Well, she currently leads with 9 rebounds, leading the team.
She's ferocious style of play. And there she is with the swing around to Gibbs. Her shot's offline, a little short. Marr tried to get the rebound, her and Elalio.
Here comes Mustangs running. Mills, good job defending.
And Ramirez, no good. Collins with the rebound. Nice arms there, getting out. Pick up that rebound, but can't get the shot to go. And here comes Risa Sabato. She's got Bussinger on the break and the foul, and one, count it.
Perfect fast break. This is one of those textbook half court. Take a look and see who you have on the right side. And while Bussinger was sliding down the lane, a crisp half court short pass and one.
Maybe we
layup.
can get a second look at that from our crack MCTV control room crew. Here we go. And there you go. Bussinger.
And the foul.
What a play. And she converts on the second free throw. Excuse me, the only free throw, to make that a 3-point play.
A great and one. Now, putting Mills up 34-25. So now Mustang must answer back.
Building up a big lead here for this final quarter. Collins can't get her hands on it. Now we have another 2-on-1 break. And that's Shornak can't get it to go. Deckman sees an opportunity down court for Ramirez and Collins. And now a three-point play going the other way. Ramirez.
Absolutely. Now this is where I see that very much entertaining. Both teams says, we're going to drive 2-on-1 on one end. Unfortunate miss created by Good D. Then Mustang come right back, and now it's their turn to get a three-point play.
So Ramirez trying to convert the three-point play here.
Great job by Ramirez protecting the ball with her right hand and putting it up with her left.
I think we have a lane violation and wave off the points.
That is the call, that lane violation on Mustang. That they lost the point. That could be very crucial when it's down the stretch.
So now Sabato controlling. Bussinger's wide open. She decides not to shoot, but she sees Gibbs cross court. Pass just too high for Riza Sabato.
She was wide open. The cross diagonal pass was a good one. Unfortunately, it was just too high.
So now with 45 seconds remaining in the period, we have a 7-point deficit for the Mustangs.
Looks like Mustang's going to try to shoot for a quick play, quick shot, and try to get the rebound back.
Great give and go there between Deckman and Collins. Deckman, you can't fault her effort. She's out there on every play.
Right, I mean, she fought for the ball. She was underneath the basket.
And Coach Matsu's making some changes, bringing Alalio in. Bussinger and Gibbs have played the whole game, as well as Marr. And we have Riza Sabato back in the backcourt. Shot there from Wiki Leafy.
And that's a two-pointer. So now the lead's only 5, 34-29.
They're going to call that a blocking foul. A mess there, and Riza's shaken up.
Slow getting up. Feels like an ankle.
And that would be a big loss for the Vikings. As I mentioned before, they don't have a deep rotation off the bench. She gets a nice hand from the crowd.
She seems to be okay. Just taking a breather.
And she took a shot right there in her stomach. And you can hear the student body now here at Mills High School encouraging her on.
Still shaking up. That free throw wasn't close. But again, if you want to stay in, you want to shoot that free throws.
Absolutely. And I don't think she wants to come out.
No, she does not want to come out.
Had a good game so far. Converts the second, so Coach Matsu is going to give her a breather anyhow.
Right, after she shoots the free throw, she was able to convince Coach Matsu, let me shoot the free throw, then after that I'll come out. Now, very important, this will probably be the last possession, last shot. Mustangs calling for the last shot. Let's see how they rotate.
Lauren Shekin now for the Vikings. She's on Ramirez. Mira Fuentes. Ramirez took a little hop there, no call from the umps. Shot by Collins is offline, so we'll end 3 quarters. Score is 35-29. So we'd like to take a second now. Actually, we're going to take a, it looked like we were going to take a replay there. Actually, we're going to take a second to thank one of our longtime underwriters, the Chamber of Commerce here in Millbrae. The Millbrae Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit association that promotes and supports the growth of business in Millbrae. The Chamber also provides information about great places to dine, shop, and stay when you're in Millbrae. If you'd like to join, contact www.millbrae.com or call 650-697-7324 for more information. Thanks again to the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce.
And there you see some of the spirit at this Vikings home game, the last home game of the season before the PAL tournament.
That is correct. And the next stoppage of play, I'll go over a little bit of the bracket as we know it today. Now let's look at the overall 3 quarters. Fast breaks, it's heating up. Capuchino's got 8 points, Mills 4. In the paint, pretty even. Mills 9 for 22, Capuchino 9 for 27. Turnovers, Mills a little more mistakes. They have 12 turnovers, and Capuchino so far 7. 3-pointer hasn't been that effective or hasn't made a lot of difference. Both teams are 1 for 8.
And Bussinger.
And a very active sequence. And there's a hop from Uikilifi. She traveled. She's going to get a warning now for slamming that ball down.
Finishing up, free throws. The free throws, Mills have the edge. 10 for 17, and Capuchino's 2 for 7.
Pass inside from Scheck to Gibbs. Gets knocked away, and here comes Deckman. She finds Mara Fuentes.
The shot was blocked.
And Gibbs getting a little frustration out, perhaps. And the Vikings holding an 8-point lead right now in this final period. The Vikings win, they will be in the tournament. Matter of fact, either of these teams win, they should qualify for the tournament. And we'll have a little rundown on how that'll all work out in just a little while. But in the meantime,
here comes Sabato. And she's blocked there.
That's such a wonderful, great play. I mean, they would set up as a 2-on-2. She decided rather than fade and switch, crossover, she went straight at the Mustangs player.
And that was Crisco with the foul, sending Sabato to the line. We see a very deep bench here for the Mustangs, actually, but their rotation hasn't been that deep. Neither team, not like we saw last week with the Aragon game.
That is correct. Mills only plays about 6-7 players at best. Well, there's some extra curriculum here.
Gibbs doesn't like the call. She's feeling a little frustrated right now. You can see it out there on the court on that last sequence.
And she's still not happy, still looking at the refs. That may not be a good idea.
Exactly, when you're holding an 8-point lead and she's at the line, so no time to protest.
That's correct. I mean, knowing these kind of games, that really counts. And this is, no mystery. This Mills Vikings, Capuchino Mustangs, rivals. So every year you're going to see this heating up.
That's
on
right.
Both sides, the girls' side as well as the boys' side of the house.
Well, if Mills does qualify for the tournament, they're going to be very dependent upon Julia Gibbs. She's a big player for them.
Oh, and I think she got away from a little push. Just enough that the refs did not call it.
That was Crisco. And Gibbs now with the ball back to Bussinger. Nice movement there. And Elalio, one time on the floor and put the ball up. Nice play.
That's her signature move. She gets the paint area, and she's a lefty. You can't stop that. She's great with that left hand short bank.
A pass there from Crisco. Almost lost, but Mara Fuentes picks it up, and Deckman. Now back over to Ramirez. Her shot's offline. Uikilifi tried to pick it up, but Bussinger does instead. Now she's swarmed. There's 3 Mustangs on her.
And a timeout called by Dave Matsu.
Let's take a minute to look at the PAL South. Let's take a look at the PAL South playoff picture. As I mentioned, the winner of this game will go 8-4, and that would put them third in the PAL South. Very, very important because as number 3 seed, they are guaranteed a playoff. If you lose, the loser will then go 7-5, and as I mentioned, there are 2 other teams at that same record. So obviously the 4th team will make the playoffs, so there's going to be 3 teams fighting for the last spot. So Capuchino lose. If they do lose, they may be out of the playoff all entirely.
And Mo, you can really feel the atmosphere in here is fantastic. You've got the Mustangs supporters on one side of the large bleachers, and on the other side, you've got the Mills Vikings supporters. And boy, that's what high school basketball is all about right there.
Yeah, it's coming down to last 5 minutes, 56 seconds of the game, and Mills holding an 8-point lead, and they have the ball.
That's right. 8 points is not an insurmountable deficit there, and the Vikings, or rather the Mustangs, can put up points in a hurry. Nice pass there from Fuentes. Ramirez couldn't finish, and on the other end, Bussinger's got 2 players down court.
Oh, watch out.
Gibbs was calling for the ball frantically. Marr goes inside. She can't get it to go, and now we're going back the other direction. Marr, she knows that was not a good foul.
She knew. That was so more like, how could I miss that left-hand layup wide open? But, you know, she's a sweet girl, and I had a chance to ask her role on this team. She is a senior. She's a captain. And she said to me that, you know, I had a tremendous role on this team because our team is so young. I try to be a leader by setting good examples, whether cheering my teammates on or giving them advice on the game.
Well, you cannot deny her impact on this game in particular, but all the games that we've seen, this is our 3rd game now this season, and she's an important player out there on the floor.
That's correct. Further, I asked her why is this team successful, and she said, despite our rocky start in the beginning of the season, we are better because we learn from our mistakes and work extremely hard during practices to become successful. Defense is what Coach Matsu preaches every day, and is certainly showing it.
And their defense is doing well against the Mustangs. They're holding them to about 20 points underneath their average. But here goes Deckman. What a acrobatic play, and she's hurt.
And this is where, you know, Deckman is just giving it all out. She knows it's the last 5 minutes. Potentially it's go home if you lose. So.
And now Gibbs picks up the trash. Can't get it to go. She tumbles. Looking for the call, but the Vikings control.
That's great 2 offensive rebounds.
And Bussinger did not see that pass. On the other side, you've got Deckman. Joe trying to get it inside, and she does. That's Sabella Lamalu. What a pass.
What a pass. Going out of bounds, one hand floating it. My, this is really playoff basketball atmosphere.
Absolutely. Only 4 points now separating these 2 teams. And what a turn of events we see here. What a save from Deckman. And a fantastic put away from Lamalu.
Amalu streaking down the lane. Deckman only have half a second to turn and look. She did all that up in the air. What a play.
And this gym is packed right now. Usually it takes a little while to fill up since the girls' game starts at 6:15.
That's correct. Let me finish up. The last question from Stephanie Marr, I asked her what has Mills taught her. Playing basketball, there's learned life lessons that I could use on and off the court. These include being punctual, working hard, and being able to work well with other teammates.
We've definitely seen that. We've definitely seen that today. So many of these players, again, once they finish in high school, unless they're at the top of their game, this is going to do it for competitive basketball in a school setting. So these games take on extra importance. There's Bussinger.
That's excellent defense from the Mustangs.
And she finds Marr, can't get it to go, but there's Alalio. And it's Jornak. She's fouled. And this one's going to be on number 34, Lamalu.
Although that's great defensive play, just a little bit on the arm, and that's great blocks. In that sequence, Mustang had 2 blocks before Zelli gets fouled.
And the Mustangs now
have 34 rebounds for the game.
And the total team rebound for Mills is 33, so it's very, very even.
So we see Shornack there. Can't convert, but Bussinger with the rebound, timely rebound. With under 4 minutes remaining in this last period, only 4 points separating these two teams. The foul there. That looks like Collins.
And she wasn't very happy about that. And now here's where it's getting a little dangerous on the side of the Mustangs. They are on double bonus with the remaining 3 minutes 48 seconds. Every single foul would result in free throws, and Mills could actually slowly put this one away.
So Lalio's first attempt is no good. We'll have Gibbs checking back in just a second. She's coming in now for, actually Coach Dozier decides to take a timeout.
Oh.
So we'd like to take a second now to thank the city of San Mateo. The city of San Mateo is a fantastic place for dining, shopping, living. We encourage you to go to their website, www.cityofsanmateo.org. They've been a longtime supporter of MCTV. And because so many of these games actually feature teams from San Mateo, they actually show the games on their channel as well. So not just on MCTV, but if you're down in the city of San Mateo, you can turn on their public access channel and see one of these games as well. Of course, we saw Aragon last week in a fantastic matchup here. And now we have free throws. Second free throw from Elalio.
Mills is shooting a lot of free throws here, and they were, unfortunately, they're not making the free throws. They're 0 for 6. Make that 0 for 6.
Uiki Leafy drove and passed inside. That's foul called. Looks like this one might go against the Mustangs. So that's going to mean free throws. That's fallen Lamalu.
It's just not happy that both players were going after the loose ball. Unfortunately, Amalu just ran into Risa Sabato.
So these free throws are going to end up being crucial, and we thought that maybe the fouls would play into the end results of this game. Mills getting the opportunities here at the line and not converting. So
and Mustangs are really alive, and they are really fortunate to be alive. They're 0 for 6 so far this quarter.
And the Mustangs
make it 1 for 7.
Mustangs have only taken 5 free throw attempts for the entire game.
And she thought about it. Shot was offline, but
I could see a little panic there, uncertainty. I mean, the first look was good. She waited. By the time she shot, the second one's an air ball.
Here comes Sabato. Bad pass picked off by Deckman. She's got speed and size. Can't get it to convert, but there was Mara Fuentes. Bussinger with a timely rebound, getting it out to Sabato. Her pass isn't picked up. Lots of turnovers, sloppy play right now. Timeout called by Coach Dozier.
Despite the Mustangs being a little sloppy, but they're still very, very, very aggressive. Let's take a minute to thank our stats for tonight.
We have our statisticians. Without them, we wouldn't be giving you all this great information.
First, we have Nikki Huey, a Mills alumni, graduating class of 2009, to my left, doing the stats. Then we have Jasmine Dong, Mari Wayne, Megan Wong, and Bridget Lee. Thank you for your time.
These guys out here, they have very generously agreed to come out here and keep stats for us. We're keeping live stats for tonight's game. So it takes a lot of people to make these productions work, doesn't it?
Definitely. These girls, they've been through the Mills basketball program, and this is one way they get to learn, not just by doing stats, but watching the varsity players play. Jasmine, Mari, Bridget, Megan are all on the Mills JV team. By the way, earlier today they won a nail biter, 36-35 over the Mustang JV girls.
I seem to recall someone on the sidelines for that game. That would be my co-commentator. He's the coach of the JV team here at Mills High School. Fantastic win for your team.
Oh, excellent effort. We were down 8 going into the fourth quarter, and I called timeout. Are you going to just die on me? This is the quad game. It's the first game. They decided that they want to play, coach, and we came out fire and won it by 1. Great sequence and offensive rebound by the Mustangs.
That's right, Lamalu. And she cuts the deficit to just 3 points. So at 1 point. And now the Vikings a little bit on their heels. Fantastic pass from Marafuentes. And we've got a 1 point game here.
This is so exciting. That was a baseball pass from the full court length. Marafuentes had 2 chances, and the second attempt was successful. Here's where Mills is. Wait a second.
So I think they're calling it a. So they called a foul here.
There's a foul on Mills. Let's take a look. Let's let the.
It looks like that foul was called on number 13, Riza Sabato. Coach Matsu has pulled out Gibbs and Sabato just momentarily, maybe to slow things down a little bit.
Or to keep composure while Mustangs are just continuing to play, run and gun.
And a lot of that's coming through Deckman, and we have an injury there. That's Stephanie Marr, and she's hurt.
I don't think she's going to be getting up from this.
Oh boy.
That's a bad sequence there.
And Coach Dave Matsu has got to take a timeout here.
Looks like there's an ankle injury to Stephanie Marr.
That's right.
Oh no.
And that's just something you hate to see. She's a senior. This game is recognizing the seniors out there for the Vikings.
Now, during the midseason, she did have the same ankle injury. I have to say, it looks like it's her left ankle, although I can't really tell how she went down. Has to be that the fast break, the last time down that the Mustangs ran him.
And to add insult to injury here.
Let's watch this replay carefully.
And she's already down there.
She's already down there.
So those were the points there that put Capuchino actually ahead, and we see Marr is now up to her feet. She's in a lot of pain. She gets a nice hand from the crowd. We hope she's okay.
It looks like her left ankle. She probably sprained her left ankle, which I believe was giving her problems during the midseason when she missed a few games.
So now the Vikings are going to have to dig deep. They've got a 1 point deficit with just a minute 35 left to play. The momentum has completely changed. At one point, we're talking about a deficit for Capuchino of up to 8 points.
That is correct. So just in the matter of the last 4 minutes. The game has completely changed. Mills has lost the lead for the very first time tonight.
And now the pressure is on the Mustangs. Sabato loses the ball. Coach Matsu can do nothing but just smile. And now Mills is playing for their season.
That is correct. These are the crucial minutes.
Wide open for Deckman, and just an unlucky bounce. Gibbs controls, and now here's Bussinger on the break. The Mustangs hustle back Bussinger, and that's going to be a blocking foul. She'll go to the line.
There's some collisions down low. You can see Aubrey being the sure hand. He says, I'm going to take this all the way.
Lamalu, there we go. We see Lamalu.
Amalu was definitely moving, even though her hands were up.
She was there in time. She just wasn't able to set her feet.
That's unfortunate for the Mustang. Great play, but she fouls out.
So there you go. The Mustangs losing Lamalu. Here comes Ramirez in her place. And on the Vikings side, they have to play now without Stephanie Marr, who got injured, with a minute 30 left to go in this game. Bussinger converts. So we got a tie game.
Yeah, tie game. You know, Aubrey's playing her game a career game currently. She is now up to 22 points.
And you can see this gym is packed. People are on their feet. Bussinger for the lead, and she gets it.
Got it.
So this last minute crucial.
Correction, Aubrey's now with 24 points, leading all players.
Fantastic. A nice poke there from Julia Gibbs. Couldn't control it, Ramirez. So now the Vikings with the lead and the ball with under a minute to play.
So we see both teams with some jitters.
Absolutely, and Coach Matsu decides he wants to talk it over. So we couldn't have asked for a better game tonight, could we?
Nope, definitely
This
not.
is
I knew this was going to come in. Even though one team had a good lead, I knew the Mustangs, with the firepower, they're just not going to die, and they came back with fast break. And at least, from what I can see, let's add and see what the total looks like. Fast breaking points. Well, Capuchino now leads 8. They have 8 points on fast breaks versus Mills only 4. So that's the difference. On the other hand, though, Mills' free throw has gotten a little better. They make the last 3, and it's possibly going to come down to who's going to shoot free throws. For Mills, Capuchino is not yet. No, this is the bonus. Mills not yet in the bonus, so Mills could have a few fouls to give, but I would say look for definitely the Mustang to drive the next time down court.
Get this stat, Harry. 69 shots from the Mustangs tonight.
Oh my goodness.
69 shots. And Eulalia almost lost it. Sabato. Bussinger now looking inside. She's driving. She's hit by Uikalipi, picks up the rebound and stripped by her own player.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. You're talking about Mustang 69 shot. Mills has taken 61.
And now Bussinger gets up with a limp. Mike Dozier wants to talk it over, so we're going to have another timeout here. Oh my goodness.
This is very, very exciting. Another nail biter. It's always this way with Mills and Capuchino this year. Previous years, there's, Mills has the numbers, over Cap. But let's just cover a little bit, even though I don't have the graphics to show you. But let's take a look at the replay here.
So there you see Eulalia losing the ball. There's a nice pickup from Sabato. Excuse me. I believe that was Sheck. Sabato there controlling, trying to get it back to Sheck.
Sheck. Back to Aubrey.
And Aubrey
Bussinger.
She's driving. Couldn't get the shot to go.
Good
Second
hustle.
attempt, but she just ran into Eulalia there.
That could have been a foul on Capuchino. That's very fortunate. Collins did not get called for that foul.
And we're now in a situation where Capuchino needs a basket to take the lead. And of course the Vikings.
And Capuchino does not have to rush here. They have 36 seconds.
And of course they're going to Deckman. Deckman loses the ball, picks it up again.
But she wants the ball. She's looking.
Ramirez.
Back to
Deckman, yes. Yep. She's going to probably take this last shot. Or Mira Fuentes, maybe. Time is running down. Deckman wide open. She can't get it to go. Ball is picked up by Sheck. And now Gibbs on the run. She's got Eulalia, and she's fouled.
That's a good foul. That's a very good foul. That foul by Mira Fuentes was a very good one. You can't. It's a wide open layup. You just can't let them have it too. Make them earn it.
What an amazing sequence we're seeing here. So here we see a replay, and Gibbs is on the line. This is the turnaround as we have Sheck pushing it up to Gibbs. And Gibbs fouled on the drive, so she will shoot. It looks like we have something out on the court there. Gibbs helps the official. These free throws, very important. She gets the first one.
Now, the game's not yet over, but this next free throw is so crucial. We were talking about Mills not making the early part of this quarter. They're 0 for 6. Recently, though, they made a big comeback.
See the concentration of Gibbs, and she nails it. So Dozier's going to take a timeout here for Cap.
Mills have made the last 5 out of the 6 free throws. And sometimes, we teach the girls this all season long. It boils down to making your free throws, whether you win or lose a game.
What an incredible change we've had here. Mills led the whole game up until this final quarter with just a minute and a half left. Capuchino takes the lead. And now in that time,
Mills
we see the clock running now. And they're going to run it back to, I believe we had, there we go, 6.2 seconds.
That is correct. You bet the Mustangs are setting up for a 3.
Absolutely.
The only chance.
And I'm guessing I know who it's going to.
That is correct. No other than number 5.
That's right.
Deckman. She deserves it. She played her heart out.
So at the conclusion of this game, we'll do the run through of how the tournament standings are going to look. There may be a little speculation here, although maybe we have all the results. I'm not sure yet, but my co-commentator will fill us in on where things stand. So now Capuchino inbounding the ball needs to go all the way down court. And there's Deckman sprinting. She's got just 3 seconds left. And there's a foul from Gibbs, smart foul.
That is by design. When Coach Matsu knew, let's have Capuchino burn off about 3 seconds off the clock. Team fouls, Mills only has 5, so they had a foul to give. Now the next one will be 1-on-1, and with 1.9 seconds.
So Coach Matsu going to use the last timeout available for either team here. And we're going to take a second to thank one of our underwriters, the Magnolia of Millbrae. Many thanks go to the Magnolia of Millbrae for sponsoring this event. The Magnolia of Millbrae is a welcoming place for seniors who want luxurious living conditions with a swimming pool, fine dining, and a gated covered parking garage. For more information, please contact themagnolia.com or call 650-697-7700. And if you would like to become an MCTV underwriter, we strongly encourage you to do so, because that helps us continue to make programs like this one. And we've been fortunate enough to work with a fantastic group of students as well from the Mills High School Art Video class, the advanced art of video class mostly. But it is crucial for us to continue doing these programs that we get community support. So please do look into becoming an MCTV sports underwriter. That's at info at mctv.tv.
Now let's see what's on the drawing board. 1.9 is basically a catch and shoot a 3, hope for a tie to send this into overtime.
And we have Gibbs guarding the inbound, using that height.
And there's the
inbound from Quintana. She finds Deckman across the court.
Are you kidding? That was, and it counted.
And I think we have some more basketball.
Yes, we definitely do. Let's hopefully we can get a replay.
Here's the replay and the shot from Deckman. And what a shot it was.
It was by design perfectly with a run out, one wide around the baseline into the sidelines, threw a double pick and swished it. 3 with no time on the clock.
And this place is bumping. It is going off here at Mills High School. We got the boys teams waiting in the wings. We've got a ton of people waiting to sit down. The Capuchino side is going crazy. The Mills side is trying to keep up. And wow.
I'm surprised there's no Mills Vikings here to counter that flag.
We don't see any. I don't know where the Vikings are tonight, but
they haven't shown up yet.
What a fantastic game. Now for Capuchino, that was their 70th shot of the evening.
My goodness.
70 shots. How do you do
shoot
that?
Out at 460. Well, Mustangs are known to shoot. I mean, that's why they're offensive power.
So
all they need is a couple of fast breaks and a couple of strong play. And, I would not be surprised that Deckman is most likely a candidate for the All-League, if not at least PAL first team.
Absolutely. She's shown just incredible heart tonight. Gibbs with a tap, but controlled by the Mustangs. That was Quintana. And now, of course, you got Deckman.
And not to mention, that was Capuchino's second 3-point made, and it had to be had to come from Deckman to tie the game.
Collins couldn't hold on to it. Now Sheck with the break. She's got the shot, no good. You can't pick it up. There's Collins, and she finds Deckman again.
No, both teams are running. They're not settling down.
We only have a 4-minute period for overtime. The shot's no good from Deckman, picked up by Sabato, and she's on the break now. She's got Sheck out in front, and she can't get the ball to go down.
A little bit nervousness. She was that wide open, so both teams are just running.
Ramirez had a look. Lalio, no, can't get it to go. Ball picked up by Collins. And that's going to be off the top of the backboard. No good.
How odd is that? We had 3 shots hitting the bottom of the scoreboard in one night, in one game. That just has not happened.
We've seen a lot of balls going pretty high up in the air, so.
Pretty exciting. I haven't seen an overtime game like this.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have another 3 minutes left. You almost don't want it to end.
That's right, and both team hasn't scored yet.
Now Bussinger taking it baseline, can't get it to go. The shot was
behind the backboard. And that ball goes inside back to Deckman. She's looking for Uikilifi. Deckman again.
There's a screen. They're slowing it down.
Gibbs, very aggressive on defense, but it's been working out for her tonight. And again, a quick sub with Jornak coming out and Sheck going in for the Vikings.
I see for the remainder of this overtime, the ball's probably going to be the hands on of Deckman and Bussinger on the Mills side.
And you're right, speaking of the
there
devil,
and here goes Bussinger. She's got a wide open look, and she converts. 2-point lead for the Vikings.
Perfect jump stop, and I didn't even finish mentioning Bussinger's name, and there she goes with the steal and layup.
Yeah, exactly. The 2 key players that you mentioned there are involved in that last play. Collins with a shot, she gets it to go.
A good big shot in a crucial minute.
So Bussinger again on the other side, and she's fouled.
Nope.
And Collins gets called for the foul.
You got to check the situation on the foul troubles.
Exactly. Collins has got to be
on her 3rd or 4th at least. We've got some superstition going on here in the arena. I see on the Mills side, willing this shot from Bussinger, and the lead for the Vikings.
You look at all the stands, it's like, oh, doing the wave thing.
Shot is up, and it's no good. So now a second attempt to put the Vikings ahead with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining.
Hey, I don't know about you, but it's Friday the 13th. Is that going to make a difference?
I have butterflies. I have butterflies tonight.
Yep. Let's see what Mustang does the next time down.
Exactly. So now we've got Bussinger guarding Deckman. And a switch there. Sabato switching. Collins with the rebound. The ball's ping-ponging around. And that's Quintana, and she can't get the shot to go. Bussinger. Oh, Collins. And we have a call for the Mustangs. They're going to continue to hold the ball.
Both teams are tired, but boy, they are playing really hard. And the pain, I mean, there's a lot of pressure. Mills having 3 bigs in the game to counter the Capuchino Mustangs here.
Uikilifi
looking for Beckman. Beckman is covered.
Deckman, the pass is errant.
She didn't touch it, or she did.
She did touch it.
It's called a backcourt violation.
Great hustle by Risa to defend that. And yes, she did touch it, 4th court, and went backcourt, so it is a backcourt violation. Now,
and now we have the Vikings trying to take a little time off the clock.
That's right, and patience is what the Mills should look for.
And Bussinger with a 3-point shot, that one's no good. Ball's turned over.
That was uncalled for. We didn't need that, and she knew it. Even though, we want the ball in her hands, but not for a 3-point out there.
And now on the other side,
comes right back.
On the other side, there you go. Quick turnaround.
How about that? A running left hand with a comeback with a right hand floater.
And Bussinger, she's gonna get the offensive foul.
Yes, she will. She is getting the offensive foul.
So a tough chain of events there for the Vikings.
And here's a situation where both teams know. Both teams know that, hey, we're going to win or die, and we're going to use our best player putting forward. This Deckman, Bussinger.
On the floor now for the Mustangs. There's Deckman. That's Quintana. Deckman with the rebound. We also have Collins, Ramirez, and Uwikilifi for the Mustangs. And Collins gets it to go. So now, with 42 seconds remaining, there's a 3-point deficit. And a shot there by Sabato, and she can't convert. And now the Vikings are forced to foul.
This is looking pretty bad. I think Lisa saw an opening. But that was a great drive. Unfortunately, she did not use the glass.
And Collins is hurt in the backcourt.
Now, Capuchino hasn't been on the line a lot.
As a matter of fact, Capuchino has only taken 5 free throw attempts for the game.
Oh, but here we go. The basketball is in your best
you've got
player.
Yeah, exactly. You've got your key player there on the line looking to put this game just a little bit out of reach for the Vikings. She doesn't convert on the 1-and-1. And then it's a key rebound there for Bussinger, who's got to bring the ball up quickly, and that's exactly what you don't want for the Mustangs.
That is right. That's a bad foul because it stops the clock. And then not only that, you put the best player on the free throw line. And Mills, just take a look at the update.
We have Bussinger on the line now.
And Uwikilifi has just fouled out.
Uwikilifi fouling out. Here comes Holcomb.
Bussinger on the line. Currently, she is 7 for 15, 47% shooter. But these 2 free throws are very, very crucial.
And we're going to see this game come down to the foul line.
Absolutely. I thought I would predict that.
Yep. Bussinger converts the first.
That's pressure. You know, they practice free throws day and night, and when it counts.
There's Gibbs ready for the rebound. Here's Bussinger again. And that one's no good. Ball is picked up by Jornak, and she's fouled. So now the Vikings, with barely any time elapsed off the clock, have an opportunity to tie the game.
That's perfect. Great recognizing that, hey, I've got the ball in the paint, wipe this shit out, let me turn and go back up. Now, these are also important free throws, but let's not take away from Aubrey Bussinger. She's leading both teams. She's got 28 points.
Fantastic game for Bussinger. And shot there from Jornak, no good. So at this point, is it too early to miss the free throw attempt on purpose?
I would say yes. I would say yes, because if you miss, you don't have the rebound, you would still revert to at least getting a foul. But then here's the thing, you might get the offensive rebound. Ilario is in the game.
And she converts, so we have a 1-point game with 24 seconds left. Timeout taken here from Coach Dozier. And so we're seeing these lineups get a little smaller, players fouling out. And now a 1-point margin separates these two teams.
That's plenty of time.
Absolutely.
24 seconds is plenty of time. Mustangs' objective is try to run as much time off the clock and will be fouled. Guaranteed that they're going to probably expect someone to mug the jerseys. And then during the fourth quarter, or let's say the overtime, the free throw situation, again, Mills is 3 for 6, Capuchino is 0 for 2. Turnovers, even. In the paint, Mills, Capuchino scored 2 times in the paint, Mills none. Fast break, they're pretty even, so both sides are even. It's going to come down to a shot or simply 1 or 2 free throws.
And you know who this ball is going to be inbounded to. At least you know who they want to get it to.
And Caps got their bigs to handle the trap.
And a big turnover there.
turnover.
Bussinger, and she's fouled.
She is fouled. What a sequence of play. That, Mills talked about this all night long and all season about defense. Lauren Scheck made her best play of the night.
And now,
let's see, look at the replay.
And now we have, there you go, that's on the steal, and that's Bussinger. She couldn't get the shot to go, but
what made that count, it was Lauren Scheck playing tough defense on the sidelines and got her hands in to tip the ball.
So
now, there looks like the refs are.
I believe that we may have a technical foul here. I'm not sure. We haven't had for a technical foul, we wouldn't have all the players lined up. So shooting two.
It looks like they're just figuring out who the foul was on, and I didn't see it clear.
Big free throws here for number 20. And she gets it to go.
Both teams have just played fantastic clutch basketball. What can you ask for? We might get another 4 more minutes out of this.
Harry,
we're not out of here yet.
From the GV team to this varsity game, wow, what a fantastic day. Oh! She doesn't get it, but she gets the rebound. The shot over inside to Bussinger, and she's got the shot with the foul. And Collins can't believe it. I believe she may have fouled out. We'll see here.
We'll check that. This is an incredible rebounding by Mills. I mean, you've got the Capuchinos, the bigs are in. You got Collins.
Coach Dozier can't believe it either.
Holcomb and Collins are both in, and they couldn't get the rebound.
Yep.
Off a missed free throw. That is just unfortunate.
And now we have the top scorer for the Vikings at the line. Cold as ice right there.
We are witnessing history.
Yeah, we are.
Now she's scored 29 points. This is her game of her career. I don't recall that happening.
And what a fantastic time to have that game. Second shot, no good. Rebound by Shornak. And that ball's going to go to the Vikings.
What a great, 2 outrageous offensive rebound.
And now we've got a substitution for the Mustangs. Coming out is Ramirez. Coming in is Crisco.
Zeli Zornat played the last minute of her life, rebounding so crucially.
And I think Mike Dozier is taking the last time out here for the Mustangs. So when the ball gets inbounded, that will be it. If the ball doesn't go out of bounds, they're going to have to put up a shot.
And now Mills have another shot shooting free throws. And during this overtime, they are doing quite well, actually. 5 for 10. And Capuchino has 0 for 2. So Capuchino is relying on shots and not free throws. And Mills is making them pay for this.
And we expect to see Coach Matsu with his big lineup in there. He'll need some speed, but there's Elalio, there's Gibbs, Bussinger, Sabato.
And can you believe Mills? They are going to shoot their number 41 attempt on the line. They were 20 for 40 so far tonight.
40 attempts on the line. Incredible. Incredible. And the ball into Bussinger. She's got some time. She gets it outside with 5 seconds remaining. She can run down the clock. They're not fouling. They got a foul. And the Mustangs. What an incredible game. What a fantastic game we've witnessed here tonight.
Let's let the audience enjoy Mills' atmosphere for a minute, shall we?
What a game.
I'm getting excited.
Both teams played fantastic basketball. No question about it. By far one of the best games that we've witnessed here at this new gym in Millbrae at Mills High School.
Let's do a little recap now. Overall, on the Mills side, Bussinger leads the team with 29 points. Julia Gibbs, 9 points. Lisa Sabato with 6 points. And Stephanie Marr with 3 points. Alicina Alario with 2. And Lauren Scheck with 1, but the crucial steal was what made the night. Great defense, Mills.
Harry,
On the cap side.
tonight we saw 150 shots put up. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe
150
that.
shots.
And free throws, 40 attempts.
46 total, only 6 for the Mustangs.
So
40 for the Vikings.
So
what
here's
a
what it
fantastic
breaks
game.
down. So let me finish up. So with Mills with the win tonight, let's look at the PAL South basketball tournament. Mills is now 8-4. They are the number 3 seed. They are guaranteed a playoff spot. So they are going to go up against North number 2 seed, which could be Half Moon Bay or Terra Nova. And that's going to be a great fight. Meantime, number 1 seed MA, number 2 seed is Hillsdale. So the 4th seed is still up in the air. We have Capuchino, which lost tonight, so they are 7-5. Aragon's currently 7-5, and we still not sure of one other game.
With Burlingame and Carlmont, both at 6-5. We'll get that result a little bit later tonight, I believe.
That's correct, because Burlingame and Carlmont can still finish 7-5, so the 4th spot is wide open. So guess what? Capuchino losing, there's no guarantees that they'll make the playoff.
You know the great thing here, Harry, besides seeing a fantastic game tonight, we aren't done. Matter of fact, we have the boys game coming up in just a little bit. I'm going to be switching seats, doing a little color commentary with Ravi Sahai. So we're going to get set for that now. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight to this fantastic game here in the PAL South. It's the end of the 3 games that we've done this year, and now we're going to do some tournament games.
That's what I'm looking forward to next week. We don't have the full brackets, but the PAL tournaments next Friday and next Saturday, they are going to be here, and I look forward to announcing another game with you.
Absolutely. So be sure to stick around. We have the boys game coming up, and tune in next Friday for this PAL tournament semifinals right here on MCTV.
And once again, final score, Mills Vikings win it in overtime, 51 over the Capuchino Mustangs, 50.
Thanks for tuning in, and good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.